right in the middle of our rainy season. The rest of the year we're pretty dry. We don't get very much rain, but this is the season. And today I just want to share with you some things that I have been feeling and doing in my home during this winter season before spring bursts forth. You can already see the almond blossoms behind me. The trees are starting to show signs of spring, but we are still experiencing winter in our homes. And recently I had some trouble with my energy levels, and I was sick for a few days, and then I just couldn't seem to get my energy back. And I was visiting with a friend about it, and she said, well, the sun hasn't been shining for days on end. Maybe you are low in vitamin D, which was a great possibility I hadn't thought of before. So the sunshine is very important to our bodies, and I think sometimes we can get discouraged this time of year as homemakers because we are in our homes a lot more probably than during the spring, summer, and fall months when we have the opportunity to do things out of doors with our families. And so it can kind of be a discouraging time. When my family and I lived in Ohio when I was a young girl, my mom went through a season where she became so depressed because of the lack of sunlight. And they did some research and found out that it is a real thing. And so my dad sent her down for a couple of weeks to be with her family in Oklahoma, and it completely transformed her outlook and her physical state of being just by soaking in the sunshine. So it is a normally drearier season this time of year, and so I found myself just craving maybe not only sunlight but green, something green. And so I thought, well, maybe I should consider getting another indoor plant. And I saw some studies that were done by NASA researchers that they studied the best and most efficient ways to clear the air in their space stations. Now, homes are clearly a different matter, but it's all fun supporting the idea of more plants, right? So in their conclusion, they found that 15 to 18 plants for an 1,800 square foot space. And so you could say like the 1 per 100 method as far as square feet goes. So plants can absorb toxins through their leaves, and they serve as a natural way to filter the air in our homes. I found a post that was the top 5 air purifying plants, and that was the peace lily, the snake plant, or I've also heard it called mother-in-law's tongue. Probably snake plant would be a better name. And then lady palm, chrysanthemum, and English ivy, which is another one of my favorites. I decided to head to Lowe's and see what I could find. I did look on Amazon, and they did have snake plants available on Amazon, but the particular one that I was interested in was not able to ship to my address for some reason. Anyway, I decided to go to Lowe's and see what I could find, and I ended up bringing home a beautiful snake plant. I wasn't crazy about the container that it was in. It was a very nice ceramic container, but it didn't exactly match my decor style. So I ended up putting it in a terracotta pot that I already had, and gave it a good watering. But the thing that I love about this plant is, one, that it thrives in low light, because in my bedroom where I wanted to put it, I don't get a whole lot of direct sunlight, and so that was a concern. And then also, you only have to water it like every 6 to 8 weeks. And since I do not have a green thumb, I just loved that idea of not having to water it so much. So I love my new snake plant, and it removes carbon dioxide during the night while we're sleeping. I also read somewhere where a lady's daughter had cancer, and she bought a snake plant for her daughter's room, and she said it was better than any air filter that you could get, just a natural air filter. So I am very excited, not only for the air purifying qualities, but also for the beauty and just adding more live green to my home. I'm really hoping that I can keep this snake plant alive and that it will thrive and be a blessing to our home. The sun has finally come out and we are soaking it in. There are some home remedies that I like to make during this time of year, just when we're cooped up in the house and in confined spaces. You're not able to let air circulate as much. Then our bodies tend to get more sick, and so there are a few things that I have tried. One was a fail, I would have to say. I had seen several places where you put whole garlic cloves and cover it with honey and then let it ferment for a month or so, and then you can just spoon it out and eat the whole cloves in the honey. So I did this, and I let it ferment for the time that it said, and I was so excited. I had gotten the best garlic that I could find, fresh. It was actually called a garlic shop over on the coast, and so I bought my garlic there, and then I went to the farmer's market and got the best local honey that I could find. So I was so excited about this project. And then after the fermenting stage, I got a big spoon of it and put it in my mouth, and I thought I was going to gag. I did gag, actually, to be quite honest. It was the nastiest thing. I'm not sure what I did wrong. If you have tried this before and it worked for you, then I would love for you to comment and let me know what I did wrong. Maybe it needed more fermenting time. Maybe you're not supposed to eat the garlic cloves, you're just supposed to eat the honey, and then the garlic absorbs into the honey. I don't know. But anyway, it is still sitting on my shelf in the pantry. And no, my husband had the idea of maybe just using the honey as a glaze, like over chicken or something, so you get the garlic benefits. But haven't tried that yet. There are things that we try as homemakers that don't turn out like we necessarily hoped they would, and we just have to keep trying. One thing that I tried that did work out really well and was a great benefit to me, I still have yet to incorporate it into my kids' diets. I probably need to put it in smoothies or disguise it somehow. My youngest daughter loves to drink it, but my older three, not so much. So I made my own homemade elderberry syrup. And I know this has been all the rage for a time now, but it really does have tremendous health benefits. And so I want to share that process with you today, and maybe it will inspire you to try it for your family, and hope that it can see you through the end of this winter season as we transition into spring. There are many different ways to make elderberry syrup. You can really make up your own recipe. For this one, I used 2 cups of elderberries, dried elderberries. I got mine off of Amazon, but in the future, I would love to get them from a nearby farm where we went and picked lavender. They have elderberry trees there. I added half to 1 cup of honey to sweeten it, then some whole cloves and some grated ginger. Also, I put some lemon slices in it this time. I didn't do that last time, but this is a wonderful immune booster. And if you like, after you make the syrup, you can add in some sparkling water and make it into a medicinal soda. Whether you make a home remedy like this or go out and soak in some sunshine or head to the nursery and find an indoor plant, I hope that this will encourage you and inspire you to take care of you and your family during this winter season. As my mentor Sally Clarkson likes to say, be gentle to thyself. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that it was an inspiration and encouragement to you, and I will see you next time.
Can't taste it.
You can't taste it?
No.
Is it good?
Oh.